Hello, welcome back to the channel. My name is Lisa Elvin Stoltari, and I am a genealogist and a passionate traveler. Over the last, I guess it's 2 years now, I have been focusing my attention on Les Filles à Marie, which grew out of my previous series and current series of Les Filles du Roi, which I've been doing since 2021. And these Filles à Marie are the women who came before. And so their stories are even sometimes so dramatic because they were coming really to a place that had yet to be really formed in many respects. And they were not contracted by the government. They came alone. They did not have signing bonuses and things like that. So it was really, I don't want to say the Wild West, but it was certainly a very brave new world they were coming to. So these Filles à Marie are absolutely astonishing in many respects. So I am so pleased to be able to present them. And we're going to look at another one today. But before we do that, show you ways you can support the channel. Subscribe, like, notify. That helps the logarithms. You'd be amazed at how liking videos creates some sort of, I don't know, round robin or some sort of thing that people, all of a sudden the algorithms change. So it really is amazing. So anybody that can like a video, please do so. And then if you want to support the channel financially, I have the memberships that are now available. We have memberships that start from 99 cents a month all the way up to $24.99 a month. They can be canceled at any time, and each one of them has a perk or something extra that you can benefit from if you're doing some deep dive researching. So with that being said, you can also do PayPal on my website, Have Roots Will Travel. Check out my website too. Got lots of information on there as well. And would love as well, if you wanted to, you can do a super thanks on any video that you really like for any amount, and kind of like a little tip and saying, hey, I like this. People have started doing it, and it really is kind of astonishing when I get one. So thank you very much to all of you who have done all of the above, or none of the above, just watching my videos. Thank you so much. And with that being said, we will start the show right now. Now we are going to be looking at Les Filles à Marie, episode 119, Marie Metayer. And this was just one that I kind of plucked out of my pile, if you will. I don't have anyone who requested her, but I think her story is important. So let's get to know Marie a little bit better. Born about 1631 in Longeville, France. Her parents were Etienne Metayer and Jeanne Robin. Now you can see that Longeville is found in the region of the Pays de la Loire, and inside of that region it is found in the department or county of Vendée. And it is a rural commune. It's a small one, but it has seen so much history. I mean, throughout the different wars of religion, it absolutely went through the 100 Years' War, the wars of in the 14th, 15th, and 16th century. By 1631, I am told that that is when it would have been restored shortly before or after. And that church on the bottom that you see is the church that Marie would have been baptized in. There are some castles and just a really, you can see by the picture, very picturesque little commune that she came from. Arrived sometime before 1649, or at that moment, 1649. And we do not have a precise date, but she would have been about 18 years of age at that point. The groom that she would select, and who selected her, his name, Marie Metayer, and he was born in 1621 in Albury, France. His parents were Thomas Metayer and Marie Mijotte. He is from the Nouvelle-Aquitaine region that you can see circled there, and he is part of the Charente department or county. Now, Albury is known for its deep historical roots and architectural heritage. One of Albury's most notable landmarks is its church, the Église Saint-Genis, a beautiful church that reflects the region's medieval past. And nearby, we have a castle, the de Seville, a 14th century castle surrounded by moats and stone bridges, stands as a testament to the area's truly feudal history. And this would have been the church that he would have been baptized in. So it's really, really interesting to see this church that has withstood so much. You can see it on the right hand of your screen. And there are walking tours of the place. You'd be amazed that, my business is called Have Roots Will Travel. And even though I don't get to travel to France, when I'm researching this, it truly feels like I am touring it. And I'm sure that you have that same experience as well. Would have come to New France sometime around 1648, and he was a farmer and absolutely began to create his own settlement, if you will, or his own home in the Trois-Rivières region. I was not able to find any marriage record, but I know through the sources that they were married in Trois-Rivières on the 7th of August, 1650. Eventually settle at Cap de la Madeleine, which had been founded by 1651. So they were actually probably among the first pioneers of that establishment. The Cap de la Madeleine was founded by Jacques de la Ferté, who was the abbot of Sainte Madeleine de Châteaudun in France. So Cap, which means Cape, and Madeleine, and that is how it got its name. It's part of a historic district of Trois-Rivières, and it really has deep roots in early French colonial history and Catholic tradition. Originally inhabited by indigenous peoples, it was officially settled by 1651, and it became an important seigneurie. And the district is best known for the Basilica of Notre Dame that you see up there, Notre Dame du Cap, a major pilgrimage site in Canada where the miracle of the ice bridge in 1888 facilitated the construction of a new church. Historically, its economy thrived on agriculture, the fur trade, and river transportation, later shifting to lumber and industry. It is truly a step back in time. When we look at, you can see Trois-Rivières here on the upper left, and Cap de la Madeleine, it looks very far away, but it's not. And then you can find this online as well, where the first concessionnaire and the first settlers, and there is our man who is there right away at Marie Metayer. And then we have the 1666 census, where we find Marie, Anne, Catherine, Jeanne, Pierre, Jean. They were busy. Nicolas, Marie, and Ignace. So, and then in the 1667 census, we have Mathurin and Marie, and then we have Anne, Catherine, Marie, Jeanne, Antoine, Marianne, Ignace. They have 3 beasts and 9 arpents valeurs, about 7 acres of land. In 1660, their oldest daughter, Anne, was captured by natives, and she would be, by the Iroquois, as a matter of fact, and she spent 7 years in captivity. And she adopted really the lifestyle of the natives. And when Prouvin de Tracy, we've looked at him, ordered the Iroquois to release all their captives in 1667 and decided to remain with the native tribe and ran off into the forest. And then she claimed that the apparition of a nun appeared to her and threatened to punish her if she did not return to her people. And she was finally brought back to Quebec, and she was placed in the Ursuline School, where she had been for 1 month in 1660 prior to her capture. There she recognized the portrait of the Mother Marie de Saint-Joseph as the nun who had appeared to her in the forest. Just an amazing story. When I read it, I was just amazed that she survived and that she was able to assimilate back into the regular society, if you will. I mean, I I would love, wouldn't you love to talk to them and say, well, what did you learn from them and that sort of thing? But again, this is all supposition. In the 1681 census, you can see Anne listed in the Ursuline convent right there. They would go on to have 10 children. Anne, who was their child who was captured, would marry twice, but did not leave any descendants that we know of. Catherine would marry François Bigot, but did not leave any descendants. Jeanne would marry Paul Hus and would have 12 children, 9 of whom would make it to adulthood. Pierre would pass away before the 1681 census. Antoine would marry Marie Madeleine Rochereau, but did not leave descendants. He would then marry a native woman. So it's possible that that line, through DNA, we might be able to find some native ancestry. And we have Jean, who passed away at 7 years of age. We have Nicolas, who would marry Marie Thérèse Harel and have 7 children, all of whom would make it to adulthood. Marie Thérèse's mother was fille du roi Marie Péché, who we profiled in episode 226, and I provided the link for you as well. Marie-Anne would marry Michel Chaudreau, we believe. We don't have any kind of proof of this, and certainly we have no listing of descendants. Now Ignace, we lose contact with him. He's not on the 1681 census, so we don't know what happened to him. Then we have Madeleine, who is on the 1681 census, and again, we do not know what happens to her next. In that census, we have Mathurin and Marie and their children, Nicolas, Antoine, and Madeleine. They have 2 guns, and they have 6 Vatacons, that's 6, probably 6 goats or 6 horned animal, and they have 18 arpents valeurs, which is about 16 acres of land. Mathurin would pass away sometime after the 1681 census at the age of approximately 60, and Marie would pass away herself before 1687 at the age of 56. We have no death record for either of them, but they would leave us 138 descendants as of 1729. I've been looking for this for quite some time, and I was so excited to finally stumble on the Pioneer plaque or monument, actually. And there is at the very bottom Mathurin Bailligeon, and this is a close-up, and then that's the actual, it's a very big monument. So those of you who have Mathurin as one of your grandfathers, you may want to have a look and see if any of your grandfathers might be featured on that as well. And I provided the link for you in case you want to explore that website and the webpage that I found it on. Enjoy. What a story. Oh my goodness. All that they survived, and that they were the pioneers that kept it at Madeleine, and they survived the awful, awful trauma of having their daughter kidnapped and not knowing where she was for 7 years, and then finding her alive. I marvel at the strength of these amazing women and their husbands as well. They just kept on going, and just absolutely a very strong and powerful story of love and strength and perseverance. So thank you, Marie, for coming to our shores, for showing us bravery such as I have rarely seen, and thank you for taking that leap of faith to become a fille à marier. So with that being said, I also want to say thank you to my patron supporters and subscribers. Really, really appreciate each and every one of you. You are really the wind beneath my wings, and you help me in ways you cannot possibly imagine. Thank you again. And I will see you on the next episode of Les Filles à Marier. Until then, au revoir.